The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining our IHC Gap webinar today. My name is Christy Saul, and I am Vice President of Marketing for URL Insurance Group's Individual Ancillary Products Division. Now, that I always say is a big mouthful, but these products include gap plans, like we're going to be going over today, accident plans, disability, critical illness, and hospital indemnity. And for those of you who are new to URL, I see a lot of names on there I recognize. I know you guys know what we do, but there's a lot of new agents on the line today, so I just want to spend a few minutes letting you know who we are and what we do. We are a family-owned, full-service brokerage firm. We've been in business close to 30 years, and we have very distinct divisions here, which include individual and group health, group ancillary and voluntary products, senior care products, life, and annuities. So basically, we do everything except for property and casualty. And we are general agents or FMOs, whatever you want to call us, with hundreds of insurance carriers. So if you haven't worked with us before, I really encourage you to reach out to any of our departments for quotes or just general information on what we can offer you. We do weekly training like this one every week and sometimes more than once a week. We like to give back to our agents. We have a discounted E&O coverage, and each piece of business you write with us has a point value. And qualifying agents are taken on one of our yearly sales conferences. And if you're looking at our website right now, you've probably seen the banner for our 2016 trip to Grand Cayman. So it's going to be fantastic. I want to show you just our website here for a bit. Again, as I said, we each have our different little tags here. And I'm going to click on Health Plan Options, which is my division and Deb Wilkinson's division. And then you can see our crew here. So we do split up our case managers by the broker's last name. So if you have a last name from A to G, you would contact Jessica Kyer for quotes or any kind of information you might need. And then we have different pages for product information, and you click on there, and it shows all of our carriers. And quickly, I want to put up my information. Obviously, you got the email invite, so you have my email address, but there is our 800 number, my direct extension, and that is our website, which is urlinsgroup.com, and there's a user ID and password to access our website. So again, if you're new to URL, I encourage you to look around. I know you're probably licensed maybe with other GAs, or you might have some of the carriers we use, but maybe we could give you a better commission schedule, and maybe there's a life carrier, health carrier that you don't have and we can help you with. On the phone with me today is Letty Perez, a sales rep with IHC. She'll be doing the presenting of the product for us today. Everybody is muted on the call, so we don't have any disturbance, but feel free to type in your questions, and we will cover them at the end of the webinar. And I think the IHC Gap product and products like this are really going to take off. I mean, I've seen increased production in all types of Gap plans. So especially with the high deductibles due to the ACA, there's not much you can do with your clients, and we don't even have the rates, obviously, for open enrollment. But somebody's not going to blow through a $5,000 or $6,000 deductible with a common cold or a flu. It's going to be expenses due to an accident or something catastrophic, like a heart attack, stroke, or cancer. So I don't want to steal Letty's thunder, so I'm going to give the presentation over to her and let her take over. And there we go.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us and taking some time out of your busy day. I'm real excited. IHC decided to go into the market of what's out there today and see what we could do to assist our agents as well as the insureds. IHC Group is a publicly owned company. Under our umbrella, we have 3 insurance carriers: Independence American Insurance Company, Standard Security Life, and Madison National Life as well. All 3 carriers are A- AM Best rated companies. We've been in business for almost 40 years, so we're not new in the insurance industry. This year, mid-year, our marketing team came up with a product called the Metal Gap, and we're able to get it approved in multiple states across the country, and we just feel it's going to be a great product, especially with open enrollment coming. We launched it middle of July, and it has taken off. It is being sold standalone, not just with major medical plans. So what is our Metal Gap? So our Metal Gap is a supplemental gap plan. We're going to have high deductible major medical plans coming up, and we wanted to be able to give people an affordable way to kind of offset some of those high costs. It is designed to be sold along with the EHB, Essential Health Benefit Metal Plans. It provides money to cover the deductibles in case of an accident or a serious illness. Like Christy mentioned, that's where people are really going to get hit hard. The plan is available in most states. There are 3 different plans, so not all plans are available in every state. And this product is on our Madison National Life Insurance Company paper. Here are the 3 different plan designs. So all 3 plans, A, B, and C, offer supplemental accident and critical illness benefits. On Plan C, the difference is it also offers accidental death and dismemberment, and it also offers first-day hospital confinement as well as daily hospital confinement, up to 10 days. The plan is written on a group association, Communicating for America. So with all 3 plans, there are some membership benefits that are included: an RX discount card, a vision discount, and the CA newsletter. Some of the differences with the accident portion only, there is a $250 deductible on Plan A before the benefits pay out. Plan B and C have a $500 deductible. The critical illness portion of the insurance or the plan is only available for the primary applicant and the spouse. So if there's a family plan, children are not covered on that critical illness. Age limitations. This product is designed for applicants 18 up to the age of 64 and a half. And the system will kick you out if the person is approaching their 65th birthday within the last 6 months. Plan A and B, the benefits terminate at the age of 70. Plan C, for the hospital confinement, those terminate at the age of 65. There are effective dates. If you are applying today, you can have an effective date for the 1st. So there are 4 effective dates available: the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd of each month. Here's a map to show you where the plans are available. In the PA area, PA is good. Unfortunately, Maryland, it's not available. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, not available. Across the states, Montana and Washington. But have no fear. When you log on to the system and you go to do an application, the system will only allow you to quote in a state where the plan is available. Before we get to any questions, I'm actually going to go onto our website to show you how easy it is to sell this plan. Once you become contracted, you contact URL, get contracted, you're given a user ID and a password to access the IHC, myihcgroup.com website, and there you will find the marketplace. I'm going to take you, this is what it looks like when you click on the Metal Gap plan. And it just goes over the same information that I just gave you. Very simple information. This is obviously a guaranteed issue plan. There's no medical history questions. There are no knockout questions. And of course, it does not apply to any pre-existing conditions unless the plan has been in force for over 12 months. I'm going to put in a Florida zip code because that's where I am. And I will just, I'm going to do a individual only. And this is what the screen would look like. It gives you all the options available. It reminds you that the discount vision program is available, as well as the prescription card, and that you're getting through the CA membership. The membership dues are built into the premium of the Metal Gap plan, so there will be no additional charges. There is a one-time $10 enrollment fee for this plan, and there is, as in most of our plans, there's a 10-day free look that the insured can make sure that they're happy with the plan and what they've purchased. If not, they can get their premium refunded. The price point on this plan, it does vary by state, but the prices are fixed. The lowest premium for an individual plan is $21.05. The most expensive plan, which is for a family in certain states, would be $137.19. Individual and family plans are available for Plan A and Plan B. On Plan C, there's a different breakdown. That's the plan that offers the hospital confinement benefits. There's an individual and spouse, there's an individual and children, or a family plan. Our marketplace also gives you the option of offering a PPO dental plan that we offer, the IHC dental. They can just click on it. That would be a separate policy. They can enroll at one time. Let's do the application here, just so that you get an idea of how easy it is. Here are your demographics. Let's just type some things in here. Social Security is not a required field, so it does not have to be completed. At the completion of the application, once it goes through and takes all the payment information, the different forms of payment are either a credit card or a bank draft. They will get a confirmation letter at the end, which can be emailed to the client. This is an online product only, so there are no paper applications available. But they will get a letter that gives them their user ID and their case number. I left out the last name there. Okay. It tells you that it's sending an email to confirm. You name a beneficiary. And like I said, this particular application, it automatically gives you the next available effective date. and you saw there was a button there that you can actually email the application. And here you are at your enrollment place. Once this is completed, it takes just a couple of seconds for it to go through, and they'll have an email confirmation, and there'll also be the certificate at the end where you can send that over to the client. And that is pretty much all that is needed. Like I said, it can be sold standalone. With open enrollment coming, clients are going to be nervous with the high deductibles if they're trying to save money on premium, but this would be a great product to offer them at that time when they're enrolling. Christy, I'll let you take it over if there's any questions.
Okay, yeah, there are some questions, and I'll let you answer them. I do know the answer. Surprisingly, I do know the answer to some of these, but you're the expert, so. The first question is, can this be sold to individuals only, or do they have to be part of a group?
Individual. It can be sold to an individual, yes. Does not have to be part of a group.
Can it be list billed?
Yes, we do offer list bill.
Okay. Okay. The next question is, can you define critical illness? I know I have the brochure here,
yeah.
But we go through the.
Yeah, and
the critical illnesses covered are cancer, heart attack, stroke, major organ failure, coronary artery bypass, angioplasty, coma, paralysis, and severe burns.
Correct. And for more detailed information and percentages on the actual benefits with the critical illness, the best place to refer to is the policy certificate.
Okay. Is there an iPad or tablet application, or is it just online app? And I think you just covered that. It's an online app.
That's correct.
Okay. Next is, I assume this product falls outside PPACA mandates. Can an employer offer this product to employees and directly pay the premium?
They can, but again, it has to be disclosed that it is not an EHB plan. It is not PPACA compliant, so it would not, prevent them from being fined. But yes, and if an employer wants to pay for it for them and do a list bill, that's how it is being sold now.
Okay. Next question is there different pricing if you were to offer the plan to a group that has a high deductible?
The best way to do they would have to do it individually, how they, based on which plan they decide to take. So it's not looked at as a group. Each participant would be looked at individually.
Right.
That makes
sense. Next is, if we sell the B plan as a hedge against deductible, are the critical illnesses covered the same on all plans? I think it's $7,500 on all plans. Yes.
Yes, it is. Correct. The difference on that one is it offers a higher benefit on the accident, supplemental accident portion.
Okay.
But yes. And there are no buy-up options as far as increasing, critical illness benefits or anything like that.
Okay. Next question is, I think you just probably answered that, but some family deductibles are now as high as $12,000. Is there a family benefit on these plans that cover deductible like this? And I think we just covered that they kind of are what they are.
Right. It's fixed.
Yeah. And Mark, who's asking the question, Mark, if you want to call me or shoot me an email later, we are highlighting IHC's GAP plan, but we do have some other GAP plans, and I might have one that might suit your needs. I don't know if it would cover 12, but yeah, and if there's some states out there, IHC is kind of our favorite, but if there's some states out there that you didn't see that you sell in, as I said, we do. I mean, we offer multiple carriers, so we might be able to help you in a state that IHC is not in. Next is, good question, Susan. That was kind of my question as well. Once the critical illness pays out its benefit, once the critical illness pays out the benefit, I don't know. No, Susan, I think she's asking, you know, some standalone critical illness plans have like a multiple payout, but once this pays out, I'm assuming it's done. So if they have a heart attack, it's done, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought. And that's with other individual gap plans, Susan. That's how it works too. You know, if you want something that has multiple payouts, then you'll want to go with something a little underwritten and a standalone CI carrier.
And even on like the, I'm sorry, Christy. Like for example, even on the hospital confinement benefit, once they reach the 10 days, they max out for the year.
Okay.
It's per year. If they stay on, if they were young enough to continue the plan on, it would start over again after the first year is over. So the maximum would be a 10-day.
Okay.
Per insured per calendar year.
Gotcha. Okay. Next question is, does the entire deductible need to be due before the insurance company will pay out? In other words, if the deductible is $5,000, but the bill due is $3,000, will the insurance pay the $3,000, or does the client need to have the full $5,000 due before the company will pay out?
Yes, this payment goes directly. The insured actually files the claim, so they would have to pay out the deductible and then get the reimbursement.
Yes, if they had
if
they had a $3,000 accident claim, they're going to submit that, and then the client's getting that $3,000 to use to go towards their deductible.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Let me see if there's any more. Sorry if I'm missing anything. I think I got most of that. Oh, I did have a question.
There's a couple, Christy, that I see. I don't know if you missed them or not.
Oh, okay.
Is the policy cert available on the website?
I believe it is. Yes.
Okay.
Are rates composite rates or age banded?
What? I'm sorry. What did he say?
There's about 5 questions here that I still see.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Are rates composite rates or age banded?
Composite.
Is there a waiting period or contestability period?
No waiting periods. Obviously, there's no pre-ex. Nothing that has a pre-existing will be covered. There are some waiting periods on the critical illness. For example, if one of the covered critical illnesses is diagnosed within the first 30 days of the coverage being in effect, it'll have the lesser of a $500 benefit or 10% of the amount that it would have paid if it had been diagnosed after the first 30 days of the person being covered. So and that would be better spelled out in the certificate.
Letty, could you email that to me? Because I know, if somebody wants to see that and they're not contracted with IHC, then they can't log on to the website.
Yep, I can absolutely do that.
Okay.
Susan asks, does the app get emailed to the client and then they email back after they sign it? How does that work?
That's up to the agent. They can either email it over to the client, or they can do it online, and it does accept electronic signatures, so the agent can actually complete the application for the client.
Okay. Carol asks, will this plan increase annually or as a class basis?
Right now it is, I'm sure there will be rate adjustments further down the line, but annually it's staying as is.
All right. And Robert asks, if a couple buys 2 individuals versus 1 family, would they have 2 payout max? Is that correct?
Yes. If they buy 2 separate policies, yes. they would get the full benefit for each.
And Dana wanted you to kind of clarify the pre-X again. She thought maybe you had contradicted what you said before a little bit.
Well, any pre-existing condition would not be covered unless they've stayed on the plan for 12 months without any incident.
And how far of a look back for the pre-X? So if somebody had, say, cancer or heart attack 2 years ago and they're applying today, they would still, I mean, how far is the look back for the pre-X, I guess is what I'm asking.
It would be 12 months. After they've been on the policy for 12 consecutive months, then it would be covered.
Okay. Okay.
Because remember, there's no medical history questions or anything like that.
Right.
That was the last one.
Look into it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm certain with any carrier, if I buy the plan and I, you know, all of a sudden I have cancer, you're going to ask some questions.
Right. They'll look at it. Right.
Okay. I think that's all the questions. And again, you guys have my contact information. Feel free to reach out to me. There were no commission questions, which I'm surprised, but this plan does pay commissions, and we have a lot of different, you know, agents or agencies on the line. So I don't like to, you know, announce commissions. You know, you might have a situation where, you know, you think you're going to sell 1 million of these this year, or you might have a downline of agents and you need, you know, some kind of spread to cover them and get an override. Then, you know, just reach out to me and we can discuss, you know, commission levels. But I think that's all the questions. Thank you, Letty, very much.
Thank you.
Again, I think these plans, I'm getting calls every day. You know, do you have something like this? Do you have something like this? So I think, again, it's a perfect time to start marketing these products. Talk to your clients about it when they freak out when they see the deductibles and the premiums. So, you know, we can kind of cover that for you. So, again, thank you, Letty.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.